Hello and welcome back to the 12 Days of Dope Lighting series. I'm your host, Smiles, and I'm a director of photography and a gaffer. And today we're going to be looking at a short clip from the movie Shift that Dylan and I are working on. And we're just going to call this the Sunset, just for the sake of avoiding spoilers. And this setup is linked with the previous episode setup called Sunrise. And the challenge I had with this is that these were filmed on the same day, and the characters were returning to the same space just at a different time, but a similar time, the late afternoon. So in the original setup, I had the 1K Fresnel that I was sitting outside as their key, and that was simulating the direct sunlight that would be coming through the window. And then I had a 1x1 LED panel with on full CTB that was shooting into the ceiling as an ambient fill into the room. So what I want to do is I wanted to communicate a slightly darker tone, so I just completely cut the fill entirely. And I had the camera straight in front, and I had the 1K Fresnel sitting right in front of them as a full frontal key light with half CTB, because it was going to be later in the day, therefore a slightly warmer sunlight. And then I also stemmed the light down so that the shadows are a little more straight behind them, but I also flagged off the top of it ever so slightly, just so I could get a little more darkness into the scene as opposed to the original shot that I had here that is slightly lighter. And so on the left it's going to be a slightly cooler orange as opposed to the one on the right that's going to be a slightly warmer orange. And the best inspiration I can think of for this scene was from a movie that I'll admit isn't all that great. It's called Halo Nightfall. But there's this scene in the beginning where it's this orange sunset or morning feeling or something like that. But it was very clear that this was not a happy moment in time for this guy. And I thought that's exactly what I want to convey in this scene. So yeah, that is the setup. Please leave me some feedback in the comments so I can continue to make this better. I figured pulling from some old narrative pieces would actually give me the opportunity to make a better explanation for why I decided to make certain choices in the lighting. I'm talking about more the tone of the scene and how that influenced it as opposed to it just made an experiment. Still learning. As you find things you want to talk about, mistakes, stuff that went well, let me know in the comments still. I want to get better as other people may also learn from this as well. Thank you very much.
You right up until
Okay.
you're you.
Okay.
All right. So sound.